I'm not in a library, I'm in my library. Yay, my library. Yay. Hey everyone, it's Crystal, and today I'm going to go over the what the heck did I read for the month of December. I know it's late, but you know, when you're sick, and then you're sick, and then the plague happens, and then you're sick, it's gonna be put on hold for a little bit. So I'm getting around to it now. Yay, go me! So for the month of December, I read actually a variety of different books, tried a couple new things, and so if you're interested in seeing what I checked out, just keep watching. So the first book that I read was The Unfortunate Misfortunes, and it is a book that is about three sisters, and they have magical abilities, all of them a little bit different, but they're trying to hide them and not be showing them off. They don't want anybody to know. Their parents had passed away when they were very, very young, and they've been surviving on their own, just trying to hide in the culture that it is. Now, of course, as they get older, their abilities keep getting stronger and stronger, and accidents happen, and so one thing leads to another. Found out this is a romance book, which was kind of neat. I really enjoyed it. This is actually a book that's been on my shelf, more or less my TBR, for I want to say at least 8 years. Don't hate me. It was a great book. Recommend that you read it. Pretty quick read. I would say it is more adult-ish, not necessarily young adult, but still very good, so check it out. And the next book that I read for the month of December was A Charmed Death. This is book 2 in the Trouble with Magic series that I read the month prior to. I really enjoyed it. Again, it's another mystery series. Something happens, and you just need to work with the power of trusting through yourself and your new coming magical abilities to be able to help them fight the crime and figure out who done it, and it's a good little candy mystery book. I really enjoyed it. So if you are interested, check it out. Okay guys, so the next book that I read was actually written by my niece. So I was the one that put it on Goodreads. I didn't get the cover up yet, but I'm super proud of her. And she did 8 Steps to Liking Yourself. Now, she is, how old is she now? She's 12? Mm-hmm. And she did this book with the help of her teacher and her mother, and it's just a really in-depth book for a 12-year-old. Being able to look a little bit deeper, she gives exercises a little bit in talking to yourself and making yourself feel better, and it was just a really good little book that she did. So I wanted to give a shout out to her. Hey Sophia, you did a great job, and I am super excited to be able to present your book. So 8 Steps to Liking Yourself. And the next couple books that I read are actually my first graphic novels that I am talking about on here. I did book 1 and 2 of the Kingdom Hearts books. Now, those books are very, very on par with the video game, the first video game, which I love. I'm a big Kingdom Hearts nerd, so if you like the story of Kingdom Hearts, I recommend, you know, taking a look real quick through these graphic novels. Like any graphic novel, they are a little bit quicker of a read than a regular book, but it is basically, for those who aren't familiar with Kingdom Hearts, a combination of Final Fantasy and Disney. And so their main character, Sora's world disappears into darkness, and he meets up with Goofy and Donald, and they travel the different worlds, which are a lot of the Disney worlds. So you go through Alice in Wonderland, you go through Tarzan's Jungle, you go through Olympus and the Colosseum, and it's just a lot of fun, really cutesy, good stories. If you want to play the video game, I recommend checking it out too, because it's a lot of fun. It starts out on a PS2, and so they have Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2, and then there's some subsequent Kingdom Hearts that are in between, and we've been waiting for well over 10 years for Kingdom Hearts 3, so get on it, because I want to play it. The next book that I read was A Veiled Deception, and it is a book by Annette Blair, and I've followed her through a number of other books that she's done that have been more romance-based, so this is the first mystery book that I read from her, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was a story where the main character is very heavy into vintage fashion, and she leaves her job in New York to move back home and start her own vintage clothing store, and something happens and someone dies, and all of a sudden she's getting flashbacks through touching this vintage clothing on the life of the person who had passed, and decides that she's going to get to the bottom of it before the cops do. So she races the cops on who can solve the murder first. And it's just really fun, really quick, really sweet, and it's a good mystery book. I like the mystery. And then the last book that I read for December was The Alchemist. This is the Nicholas Flamel book. Now, most people are very familiar with Nicholas Flamel from Harry Potter, but he was an actual person in history. So you are getting to know Nicholas Flamel in a non-Potter world, and you all of a sudden run across different deities from different pantheons. You get to see more people that are famous from history, and they're immortal, and they're trying to save the world, and it's a great series. I recommend reading it. I actually put it on my best of 2016, and it happened to be the last book that I read for 2016, but I completed the full 6 books very next couple weeks because it's just that good. So I recommend checking it out. My brother recommended it to me, thanks Jake, and I couldn't put it down. So really good, The Alchemist, check it out. Oh wait, I have one more book. I had to scroll up on Goodreads, go figure. So the last book that I actually read, not The Alchemist, was Larceny and Lace. It goes along with A Veiled Deception, the Annette Blair book. It was just her second book in that mystery series. Another one, same thing, somebody died. She uses vintage fabric and vintage clothes to help solve the murder. Again, really sweet, really fun. It's a good book. It's a good book. And that's it for what I read for the month of December. Have you guys checked out these books? Am I just weird and reading only fantasy books? Probably, but I enjoy them, so whatever. But I just wanted to let you guys know what I checked out, and let me know what you read for December. I love getting new authors and new titles. Go ahead, leave it in the comment section below. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Follow me on Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and I will see you guys later. Thanks. Bye.